What's up, losers? Today I'm back with another r/fatlogic caper. Checking out a couple of interesting or amusing fat acceptance posts. Sharing my haphazardly composed responses to them. And having a few chuckles at their expense. This is episode 151 in the fatlogic series. And my mouth is watering at the thought of these juicy posts. So without further lollygagging, let's get into it.
Everyone is fatphobic. It is literally integrated into society. And any ED focused on losing weight is because of fat phobia, whether you want to admit. Majority of people lose weight to feel control. Gaining it makes them think they're losing control. And a lot of people say it to sort of fill a void. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's true. To all the people that struggle with EDs, it's not your fault. The ED is fatphobic. Try to get better.
Well guys, you heard it here first. Everyone is fatphobic. It's literally integrated into society. I guess that means that I don't need to worry about it anymore. Right, if everyone is fatphobic, then there's just nothing for it but to hold up one's hands in surrender. I can't be held responsible for my fatphobia. Society is to blame. Even fat activists are fatphobic. We're all part of this whole evil system, and there's no getting out. Sighs. What a tragedy. Haha, no, but seriously, I really don't get what this post is trying to accomplish by telling everyone, and restrictive ED sufferers in particular, that they are fatphobic. Like, what are they supposed to do with that information? It's all well and good to tell people to quote, try to get better, but when you've already framed their issue as a natural manifestation of a toxic culture that everyone, on some level, buys into, it's hard to see how it's going to improve anyone's life in any meaningful way. All it's likely to do is make some of them feel guilty, make some of them snort with derision, and leave some of them indifferent, because they have bigger things to worry about. If you want to actually get through to people with disordered behaviors, call me crazy, but I think actually drawing attention to what's disordered about them, and how they differ from what we would consider normal or healthy, makes more sense than telling them that actually they're completely normal, they're just fatphobic like everyone else, and all they need to do to overcome their problem is give up on all of their social conditioning so that they can embrace fatness. Because what can I say? That just doesn't seem very actionable to me. Oh yeah, and I kind of forgot to say this, because I've said it 100 times before, but this response would be incomplete without pointing out that no, having an eating disorder does not make one fatphobic, it makes one sick, and the craziest part is that this poster themselves identified the underlying need for control that often drives people to develop EDs, yet still blames everything on fatphobia. Here's an idea: why don't we stop making EDs about fat politics, and support people in dealing with their own problems, without judgment, so that they can actually get better? Radical suggestion, I know, but I really think it's worth considering. Sighs. Moving on.
Want a quick, easy way to lose up to 200+ pounds? Fire any healthcare professional focusing on your weight. Boom. Instant weight loss. Much to my own surprise, there is intentional weight loss I support. Any health professional focusing on your weight is not focusing on your health. Rather than providing you with a valuable service, they are doing you a disservice. There is absolutely no research that supports the effectiveness or sustainability of intentional weight loss via dieting behaviors. None. Therefore, prescribing weight loss is unethical. It does harm the weight you need to lose in these predicaments. Is them. Proudly fire them. Then feel free to excitedly inform them of your weight loss, if so inclined.
Okay, so this one made me laugh for a number of reasons, not least of all being the poster's apparent assumption that any given healthcare professional is likely to be 200+ pounds. I mean, I suppose they could be. There are a decent number of fat doctors and such. but it seems pretty weird to throw this number out as a random estimate. Like, 200 pounds is not an average size. It's pretty damn big, if you weigh that much. It's safe to say that you're either very tall, very muscular, or rather fat, and most people of an average height and normal body composition are going to fall well short of that number. I guess it just goes to show how far the average fat activist's perspective on such matters has been skewed. Sometimes it seems like they want to burn anyone under 150 pounds as a witch, haha. Wild. The other thing that I found funny was how the suggestion was specifically to fire these healthcare professionals, and not just, I don't know, walk out on them, because like, in most cases, you're not going to be in a position to fire anyone, are you? If you go in to see a doctor at a clinic, for example, and they give you unwanted advice on weight loss, all you can really do is leave and go see someone else. If you tell the doctor they're fired, like you're Donald Trump on The Apprentice, you're just going to seem nuts, haha. Not that that has ever stopped these people before, I suppose. As for the substance of the post, there's not much to say really. Is there? It's the same tired points about how dieting is impossible. Doctors are evil, yada yada yada. I don't have the energy to go into depth on how wrong they are. So I'll simply say that weight loss is absolutely possible, beneficial, and sustainable, no matter how many people fail their diets. Healthcare professionals who point this out are not out to get you. They are just doing their jobs. And if you fire them and go find some haze quack to blow smoke up your ass, you're only screwing yourself and your own health over. So I would strongly advise against doing so. But that's just my 2 cents worth. You can take it or leave it. Hire me or fire me. It's up to you. On to the last post.
I've often pointed out that fatphobia is merely the language we use today to articulate all of our country's unresolved demons around race, gender, and class. The swimming pool is one of the most powerful American symbols of summer. And as such, the season it represents takes on the contested and fraud quality of one of its greatest symbols.
Okay guys, I need your help with this one. What the frick does it mean? I've read through it like 5 times. And I'm still unsure what point it's trying to make. I can have a go at interpreting it, in the same way that I can throw a dart at a dartboard while blindfolded, but I have little confidence that my missile is going to find its mark. Still, I feel like I have to at least try, since that's what you clicked on the video for. Right, so I'll give it my best go. And you can let me know how I went in the comments. So from the top, it seems to be suggesting that all of America's unresolved social demons, namely racial, gender, and class conflict, have been absorbed into fatphobia and the discourse around fatness. Personally, I find this claim extremely dubious, considering how much overt racism, sexism, and classism still exist in America today, and how active the discussion around these issues continues to be. Like, all you have to do to see this sheet playing out is flick on the TV. Or for those of you who actually live in America, look out the window, I guess. And by comparison, the number of people running political campaigns, or organizing protests, or carrying out violent attacks, either for or against fatness, is minuscule, and that's hardly surprising really, when you consider how many Americans, across all demographics, fall into the overweight and obese categories. So the idea that people have just moved on from these bitter distinctions to focus all of their energy on fatness is utterly laughable to me, and it really speaks to how obsessed these fat activists are with their own fatness, that they would view things this way. But I digress. The part that really got my brain twisting itself in knots was the damn swimming pool. Like, it says that the swimming pool is one of the most powerful American symbols of summer. Which might be true, I guess, although it's not like swimming pools are uniquely American. So I don't know why it isn't just a general symbol of summer. But whatever, it then says that the season the pool represents, i.e. summer, takes on the contested and fraught quality of one of its greatest symbols, i.e. the pool. So in a needlessly convoluted way, it appears to be saying that the contested and fraught quality of the swimming pool somehow transfers onto the season of summer, thereby making it also contested and fraught. That's all well and good. Theoretically, maybe a bit of a tenuous link to draw. But once again, whatever, yet it still leaves me with the question of how exactly the swimming pool is contested and fraught. Like, I don't go to the swimming pool much these days, because I don't really like swimming, but most of my childhood memories of going to the pool were, you know, fun and wholesome, a lot of people having a good time, doing crazy jumps off the diving board and whatnot. It was hardly some kind of war zone, haha. My only guess as to where this person is getting their narrative of poolside pugilism is that it's a product of their own insecurity. And while I'm not unsympathetic to how daunting a trip to the pool might be for a lot of fat people, and how some assholes might occasionally make a rude comment or two, I really don't think that the swimming pool has the broader political significance that this post wants to assign to it. And like, it's not even close. So I guess my advice to this poster would be, relax, enjoy your swim, put away the phone for a few minutes. The manifesto will keep, I promise, haha. At any rate, that's all I've got for you today. I hope you had a nice time going through these posts with me, and that my prolonged rambling about swimming pools didn't put you to sleep. What do you think? Is everyone fatphobic? Is the best way to lose weight by firing your healthcare professionals? Are swimming pools contested and fraught? Let me know in the comments. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe, or I'll push you off the highest diving board at the pool. Then push your 250-pound healthcare professional off right on top of you. Just kidding, haha. Anyway, catch you later.